All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Chasing the Sun, where we do everything van life and RV life. And today it's our fourth weekly budget video. See how we did on that. I'm showing you some of the stuff that I make because this is how I make a living on the road. You guys will see plenty more of that. This one has a little shelf. I stain some of these. I distress some of these. These are railroad spikes that I bend. Cleats for boats. I probably have about 75, 80 different things that I make. And this is a mirror that I burn. Anyway, that's what we're doing today on Chasing the Sun. Hi, baby. Okay, so we're on week 4, number 4 video for the budget. Just going to kind of go through the numbers, where we are for the month, kind of give you an update on where we're at. And I want to finish with a little bit on how I make a living on the road, although that has changed. Today is August 23rd, 2020. We're sort of in like maybe the second inning of the coronavirus. Forgive the jets taking off. It is what it is. They're not going to stop. I've been trying to do this video for an hour, and I bought a microphone. Hopefully that's going to help us some. August 23rd, 2020, in the second inning of a 9-inning game against the coronavirus. You know, the economic downturn is still pretty bad, and I think it's going to get worse. So luckily, although to no fault of my own, a couple of months ago I decided to, if you're new to the channel, I decided to get rid of my apartment, which cost me about $2,300 a month, and I hopped out into my RV. And then the week before I was supposed to leave, they shut the travel down because of the coronavirus. So even though I haven't been able to travel, I've certainly saved a ton of money. And the object of these videos is a weekly budget of my weekly budget, or monthly budget rather, is $500 a month. If you watch any of the other van lifers and YouTubers, RV lifers, we do a terrible job of telling you guys how much it costs to live this life. For me, it's generally $500 a month, but it does vary up and down. I've been doing this off and on for a couple of years. I think two people who are sensible and don't go out to eat all the time or go crazy, I think you can do this on about $1,000 a month. So my goal from the beginning of the channel was to do one of these a week. This is, as I said, our 4th. This completes our month. Here we go. On the last week, which was the 3rd week, this is the 4th week, we were at $344. The first week we did phone, insurance, rent, gas, and food. Rent is because I'm parked. I'm camping in a friend's yard. It's $50 a week, which is crazy. That includes utilities. And now it's basically just food and rent because I don't really go anywhere. But in the situation where I'm traveling, it does cost me in the Betty Lou, which I get about 18 miles to the gallon. It does cost me about $50 a week, depending on where I travel to. So it's comparable. So we were at $344 last week, $344 for the month. This week I spent $36 on food and $50 in rent. I didn't really spend anything in gas because we're quarantined. So that brings me to a total of $430. So I'm well below the $500 a month in our goal. It's pretty easy to do when you're not supposed to leave your house. It's even easier when you're single and your house is the Betty Lou and your only companion is Wolfie. So pretty easy. It'll be interesting to see when I leave in a couple of weeks how close I can get to that again. I've done it before. I've had months where I've spent a couple hundred. I've also had repairs on the Betty Lou and it cost me $2,000. So that's going to fluctuate crazy. But here on Chasing the Sun, I'm going to give you all of it, the warts and all, exactly what we spent. So segueing into how me and Wolfie are doing, we're doing good. We're just kind of sitting still. Still getting a teeny tiny bit of work. Somebody asked me the other day, where is it? I always have paint on me. I remodel houses is my trade, but I own a company called Burleywood, which you saw in the introduction. I make things. Some of the things that I make are $20, and some of the things I make are $400. And the idea and the reason I bring it up in this video, it's the budget. You know, how do you make a living on the road? And the original idea was to have, you've seen a barbecue, or you've seen a food truck. I had a barbecue food truck. So the idea is to take your business with you and to have like if you've ever seen like a bookmobile, or in some of the bigger cities, they have like fashion boutiques on wheels. That was the idea for Burleywood before sort of the world went crazy. I still have that idea, but I think it's going to be a little bit harder to do that, especially since we don't know what's going on. The economy has very much slowed down. Although I live in Wilmington, North Carolina, my sales have went from I was doing $1,500 a month. They slowly went down to zero for about almost 2 months, and now they're kicking back up. I sold about 4 or 5 things this week. I've got some stuff in my friend Mindy's garage. Hey Mindy, love you. Thank you so much for everything. She's helped me out tremendously while I've been in Wilmington. Shout out to Misty. If you guys need daycare, she owns and runs the most amazing daycare in the history of the world. It's called Puddle Jumpers. It's in Hampstead, North Carolina. I have worked there. It is amazing. I was the maintenance man, the handyman. I fixed stuff up for her. That's how I met her. Anyway, it's the greatest daycare in the world. Wonderful people, great kids, an amazing outdoor facility. It rocks. So I have sold a few things this week, and which is really great, and that really has supplemented my income because if I haven't said it, I think I have. I paint apartments professionally on a painting crew, so there's that. So the idea was to take my business with me to do a YouTube channel about travel and teaching you guys how to do what I do, and how to make a living. And if you can make something and take it with you on the road, you have your business with you. I also make leather bracelets, which I'm going to show you guys too. I make some really cool stuff, and they're great. What I do is I take recycled belts, and I make cool stuff out of them. So I'll show you guys that too in a little bit. But anyway, so that kind of goes into with the budget and stuff. And I do all of the things that I have are for sale. Pitch. Again, my business is called Burleywood. If you see anything over time that you're interested in, just hit me with an email. You can find me on Facebook, Eric Hobaugh, ERICHOBAUGH, or Burleywood, BORLYWOOD. My brother Kenny Sadler in Chicago named my business a few years ago. Kenny, still got to make you something, man. Coming to Illinois soon, as soon as they say we're not gonna die. Going up there to see my niece Sierra and Brian, her husband, and my cousin Sean. And dude, I need to make you something. The idea was we had a contest, and I had lots and lots of people who followed the business Burleywood on Facebook, and we had a contest, and that was the best name. So anyway, so that's Burleywood. That's how I make a living. Although, like I said, it's going to be harder for me to make a living, I think, right now, because the economy is slow. People are trying to feed their families. They're not really going to buy a $400 coat rack that's huge and super expensive. But I am going to continue my business. I'll ride out the economic wave and go from there. As far as Wolfie and me go, like I said, we're doing good. May 5th, 6th, 7th, I'm headed to Florida. I'm going to go down and see my daughter and my grandson, Gray, and Kelsey. Love you guys if you're watching this. Gray, be good for mommy. I love you, buddy. I'll see you soon. And that's kind of where we're at. And then we'll be down there for a few weeks. Plenty of stuff to show you guys down there traveling in the RV. And I will actually get on the road. It's not really my fault, but I'm very sorry I started a travel channel like a day before we couldn't travel. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you more than you know. Close to 100 subscribers. We should get to that mark this week, and just about a month from when we started. That is just blowing my mind. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If there's something that I haven't talked about yet and you would like for me to, please drop me a comment or an inbox or a messenger message or however you want to get a hold of me. My email is always down below. Leave me a comment, like, a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. And that's it. And like I end every one of my videos, if you want to do what I do, you have to get up every day and do one thing that gets you closer to your dreams. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.